Hey folks, we've been away from the farm for a couple of days for Christmas, and we came back last night to see a very full dam, and this afternoon we had a cracker of the storm, and we are now looking at a dam that is probably about to overflow.
Actually, while we're down here, we should look for that piece of laser light
When flying, yeah.
went flying.
Something went flying off one of the greenhouses behind the house, so it's over there. Bianca's already found it, so we'll get that on the way back up.
So it flew from over there.
We'll zoom in. You can see the missing panels on that. That's what Bianca watched fly through the air.
It jumped the fences, landed down here, so I'll grab that on the way back.
So we did shoot a video when we arrived home last night for supporters, but we had a few technical issues, so I shot another one earlier on in the day for them. So check it out if you're a supporter. There'll be links below to our supporter website. There's both Aquaponics and the farm channel. But I can guarantee you the dam was not that full when we checked it yesterday. It was a little bit more empty. In fact, it looks like it could be spilling from that corner over there, which isn't desirable.
I wondered if that corner was actually lower than where he'd dug the spillway.
Yeah. Few spots of rain coming down. I think we've had probably around about 50 to 75 mil this afternoon. And why Bianca and I are concerned is because the owner told us that this dam had breached twice previously. And there we go.
It is spilling.
It is spilling. Yesterday the water was down there, probably around about 300 mil to 400 mil, so a foot to a foot and a half-ish. But I'd really like to get over there and have a look. We might walk over there in a bit when we walk around the other side. So this is what we're concerned about. The water is coming around the side of a constructed spillway. This dam wall is all constructed, and looking at how the others have been constructed, it's rocks with dirt put on top. And this is just basically running down the low side of a constructed wall that we're not 100% sure will do the job it's supposed to do. So that's why we've got Mr. Daniel Lawton coming up on the 3rd, or will hopefully, fingers crossed, on the 3rd. He's somewhere down in Brisbane, and this rain is supposed to have us flooded in. We just got home from a trip to Childers to pick up a couple of supplies, and yeah, the water wasn't on the road before we left, but when we got home there's a couple of millimetres on there. So we won't be going out for a couple of days, I don't think. So just a bit of a gander of this side of the dam, and you might be able to tell she's getting pretty close to going over, but I don't think it will. The water down the other side there has already slowed down. But just to show you, below there is what they called a natural dam. It may have been a dam that was here before they were there, but that's just collects water naturally down there. Now this little body of water wasn't here this morning. I think I've got some video of what it looked like this morning, but it was just a pool of water at the base of those trees. And whenever it rains, this does fill up to a point, but then it dries up very quickly. So I dare say either water leaks through there, or the base of the ground there isn't sealed and it just seeps into the water table. One concerning thing is there is a couple of logs down there that you can't see, they're underwater, holding back rocks. So I have a feeling this is a part of a manufactured wall put in by the old owner when he built this dam wall here, just so he could basically drive a car across here, because there is a track that goes up that way. Shall we go look at the other dam wall? This is the one we're a bit hairy about because we really don't want to lose the lily pad dam. This one here, we've actually got a few ideas we'll share with you later after we speak to Daniel, but this dam here we weren't too concerned if we lose it. But geez, there's a lot of water in there now, babe.
Yes.
Do you reckon we could jet ski?
Possibly.
Possibly. The neighbours have a big dam they jet ski on.
At least have a good canoe.
So the lily pad dam is definitely up. When we got back here last night, we found a large hole about 2 foot deep and about 2.5 to 3 metres across, or leading back towards the dam. And guess what? It's caved in. I was down here earlier doing some video for our consultation with Daniel Lawton, taking soil samples, and this wasn't here 3 hours ago. So that is a nice big tunnel that leads all the way into this dam, and my big concern is that we're going to lose quite a bit of water out of this dam if this continues. And literally there's no way we can stop this. The polymer I bought, there's no way that could have stopped it. The polymer wasn't really designed for this job. We basically would have had to get an excavator in here over the last week and repair the dam. And that would have caused other issues because this was already chockers full of water. And not only that, it was a week before Christmas. And I don't think anyone would have taken on a job like this a week before Christmas.
No.
No. So, while you can walk over there, Jack, I don't think I will. I think I'll walk around the other way. Come on, buddy, across. We're just coming up to the inlet into the lily pad dam. So that looks a little bit better than the last one. At least we got a fair bit of meat soil-wise before we start to breach the wall over there. And again, you can see the rocks that have just been placed here, because I don't think there's naturally in the ground there, do you?
No.
They've just been tossed in there. And you can see how, yeah, you can see with the lily pads, that was the edge of the water there, so she's come up quite a bit.
Well, it's all flowing at quite a pace too.
It is. Well, all this water is actually coming from, a lot of it is coming from our neighbour's place, which we'll show you in a minute. You coming through, Bianca?
Yes.
It's not that deep. So this is actually the area where we've been finding a lot of wood duck eggs. There's been a number of the ducks have just laid on the side of the banks here and flown off. I can't see any at the moment. But this is dam number 1's overflow, and again, it does have a lot more meat to it than the other one. The one between the lily pad and the large dam. Again, rocks and ties have been used here. This is probably the most stable out of all of them. Looking at the amount of erosion, it doesn't look like it's come back as far and he's had to fill it back in again.
Well, one positive thing is the cane-toed tadpoles don't like moving water, so they might all be washed off downstream.
Very true. It's just starting to rain, so we're just going to nip up here and we'll show you where a lot of the water for this area is coming from. So this is the inlet into the dam, and it is coming through this little marshy, swampy area full of questionable grasses. A lot of that water is coming off the paddock, but more of it is coming from over here. As you can see, it's looking a little bit marshy or swampy, and a lot of that is coming from the slope up that way, but a lot of it is also collecting over the road in the neighbour's property, coming down through here and then over our driveway. It's actually gone down quite a bit. It was a lot higher than that when we left. Bianca just pointed out that it was flowing from this gate post all the way across. When we left virtually as soon as there was a break in the storm. So it has subsided quite a bit of flow there, and we'll continue to get like a leaky weir effect you might be able to make out down through there. Just water running through the larger bits of basalt rock that form this driveway. But something we would like to address along with the dam walls, but I think the dam walls are more important at this point in time. What do you think, babe?
Yes.
Yes. We weren't expecting this, were we?
No.
No. So yeah, Daniel's coming out on the 3rd, as long as he can get here and we're not flooded. And it's a consultation, and he's going to give us a couple of ideas. Whether we engage him to do the work or not, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll leave it there for now. The next video will be hopefully a little bit of the consultation with Daniel, just to give us an idea. And I really do hope that these videos are giving you folks something to think about as well, as it pertains to managing water on your property and the dams and that sort of thing. Yeah, at least looking at what not to do.
I was going to say, here's a lesson in what not to do.
What not to do. Thank you very much for the support, everyone who's jumped on board and started to follow us on this channel. Really do appreciate the support. There is that members website that we do have. It's called Rob's Aquaponics at the moment, but it'll end up being Bits Out the Back Farm and Aquaponics, and it will be a members website for both YouTube channels. So you can just decide which content to follow and what not to over there, but they are different to what we post on YouTube. We also do have the shop, Gotta Spruce the shop, the nutcrackers and uni seals and seaweed and that sort of bits and pieces. But we'll leave it there.
Yes, I think nature is telling us to go back
inside.
to the house.
So I hope you all have a top one and all the best for 2024.
Happy New Year.
Cheers, folks. Take it easy.
Bye.
So we're back at the creek crossing. and it's a little bit higher than it was when I was down here yesterday. It's 0.6 meters, so around about 2 foot, 60 centimeters. And at some point last night it was actually running down through here by the look of it, because that grass is pushed over, so it was over a meter.